fighters judge me behind or out of the ring, but when they into the ring with me, they find out it's different. So
what is different?
Because I have a lot of talent, a lot of things, a lot of things they don't know till they in the ring with me.
Not really. I'm strong, you know, and come fight night, I think people would be surprised and, you know, seeing how strong that I really am.
With less than a month remaining, the anticipation is everywhere. Let's dive into the mega clash of Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, exploring how preparations are shaping up for both fighters and seeing which boxing minds are aligning with each side in this epic showdown. First of all, for Crawford, this fight is the career-defining moment. He aims to dominate Canelo and remove all doubt about who is boxing's true pound-for-pound king. He loves showing people they're wrong because he thinks that his intelligence and ability to change his mind can beat anyone. His thinking is calm but violent as he systematically prepares for every possible scenario. He sees Canelo as a jigsaw, with each training session contributing to the solution. Winning here would solidify his place among boxing's all-time greats.
It'll be a spectacular fight. You got two great fighters, you know, going head to head, you know, and trying to dethrone. You got one fighter trying to dethrone the other one, and you got the other one trying to, you know, stay at the top. So, you know, it's going to be a great fight. You know, both of us got a lot to lose, but a lot to gain. So, I think that's why everybody should tune in, because it's going to be a...
Moreover, former Canelo sparring partner Jack Catterall recently joined the conversation on this highly anticipated fight. Reflecting on the days when he used to spar with him, he said that Canelo hits very hard, but he believes he is not able to do so now. Moreover, he stated that Crawford has the ability to handle Canelo well and effectively use his strategies against him to secure victory. Predicting the outcome, Catterall confidently said that Crawford is going to win.
So on Canelo, Crawford, obviously you've been in there, you've seen it firsthand with Canelo. Is he the one to get it done? Is he going to beat Crawford or what?
You know what, I've been changing my mind, chopping and changing. Two tremendous fighters in their own right. I won't call it an upset, but I'm going for a Crawford victory.
However, Canelo sees this battle as a defense of all he has built, including his belts, reputation, and legacy. He intends to impose his will early on, control the pace, and break Crawford emotionally and physically. Years of experience at the highest level of the sport have formed his disciplined and confident direction. He admires Crawford's abilities, but he believes his own experience, power, and resilience will win. In his opinion, the ring is his land, and he plans to keep it that way on fight night.
Yeah, of course. He's a great fighter. You know, I've been in that situation before. Moving up in weight, two-weight classes, one-weight class, a lot of things. And, you know, I'm not underestimate him. I know he's a good fighter, and he's going to put his best in the training camp. But, you know, every advantage I have, I'm going to... No, he's a complete fighter. No, he's a very good fighter. But I'm there with... I'm being there with every single style. Obviously, it's different because he changed the guards and everything. But, you know, I need to adapt myself to anything. I hope he comes with the mentality to put a great show. And
on the other hand, achieving a balance between physical preparedness, technical skill, and mental concentration is the primary objective of Terence Crawford's fight preparation. The foundation of his training is honing the fundamentals, like timing, speed, and mobility, while making sure his body can maintain peak performance throughout the fight. Enhancing footwork, developing combinations, and practicing openings through strategic placement are all possible during each practice. On the other hand, Canelo's pad practices are all about refining his signature counters and defensive mistakes. Reynoso feeds him angles that cause him to roll under punches, step inside, and deliver short, explosive hooks or uppercuts. He works on combining head movement with rapid offense, ensuring that every defensive action leads to a scoring shot. The pace swings between slow, precise exchanges and quick bursts to simulate fight tempo shifts. Canelo ensures his ring reactions are second nature and lightning fast by repeatedly training these patterns. Additionally, veteran British fighter John Ryder, who has battled Canelo in the ring, described Crawford as a unique talent, stating that he possesses the intellect and technique to outsmart Canelo. He explained that he likes to watch fighters like him because they always give it their all in the ring, and because their success is greatly influenced by their strong mentality. But Ryder also voiced doubt, pointing out that Crawford would find it difficult to defeat this formidable opponent, who weighs 168 pounds. Ryder continued by saying that the build up to this fight will be especially important given his weight class journey.
Still developing and growing into that weight. You could have done with a couple more there, then moved up to 160, but it's all being done as a bit of a rush, so he's not going to be fully, he's got enough time to put the muscle on to build into the weight, and he's obviously going to do it with the intention of getting back down to 154 and taking on other challenges, so it's not a long-term goal for him to stay there, but like I say, Terence Crawford is an exceptional talent. I remember watching him beat a good friend of mine, Ricky Burns, and it's like, since that day I was just, my ears pricked up and I took notice, and every time Terence Crawford boxed, I watched.
Most notably, John embraced Canelo's strength and weight advantage by leaning in his direction while forecasting the result of this massive fight. He cautioned him not to allow Crawford to maximize his speed to the fullest and to land accurate strikes, suggesting that even a larger fighter may have major issues if he were to succeed in doing so on fight night. Ultimately, Ryder predicted that Canelo would prevail by a margin of points because he believed that his strength and experience would outweigh Crawford's threat.
I think you've got to see Canelo sitting tight on Crawford, not giving him the space, block him side to side, and just very much work up close. Don't give Crawford the space to move, don't give him the leverage to throw his long shots. And listen, Crawford can be dangerous with the leverage and the movement and the switching stances. But I think Canelo's going to sit tight on him, sit on his chest. Good head movement, good slipping, good rolling, good catch counters, and break him down.
For strength and conditioning, Terence lifts weights, runs, and works hard through every exercise. Along with showing muscles, it's also about being ready for the fight. He builds strength, stamina, and balance. The training is hard, but he keeps going. He listens to his coaches and doesn't quit. No shortcuts, no showing off, just steady work with one goal: to stay strong, fast, and ready. These workouts give him the base he needs to perform well in the ring. For the same training, Canelo's program is geared at raw power and durability. His core practice is unrelenting and provides him with the stability he needs to absorb and deliver powerful shots. He incorporates weighted squats, explosive push-ups, and band resistance workouts to simulate fighting actions. Daily workouts increase his endurance, while plyometric exercise improves his quick twitch explosiveness. Every movement is thoughtful with the goal of maintaining consistency in his balance and power output. His conditioning enables him to keep up consistent pressure from the first bell to the last. In addition, taking into account both boxers' strengths and flaws, Willie D expressed Terence Crawford would win handily, stating the bout would not even be close. Either by unanimous decision or total ring dominance, he thought he would prevail. He added that Crawford's remarkable strengths, particularly his capacity to adjust to opponents throughout any fight, were the basis for his selection. He went on to say that his competitive nature would give him a big edge against Canelo, enabling him to control the bout from start to finish.
I do believe, all things considered, Terence "Bud" Crawford will not only win the fight, but he is going to dominate the fight. If there is a decision, the decision will be unanimous. It ain't gonna even be close. Terence Crawford has that extra thing about him where his heart will not allow him to fail. The dude is one of the most competitive people I've ever seen in my life.
When it comes to the fighters' teams, Canelo's connection with Eddie Reynoso is based on years of trust and mutual success. Reynoso operates the gym with precision, adhering to a strict timetable and closely monitoring each drill. The extended staff covers nutrition, recovery, and opponent analysis, allowing Canelo to focus completely on training. Feedback is immediate, and changes are implemented without delay. This efficiency lets the camp operate efficiently from day one to fight week. Canelo approaches the ring with complete confidence, knowing his team's preparation leaves nothing to chance.
Pero nunca así, güey, pero nunca acá. Lo estuviste parando bien, ¡pum! Y pon, y que no te hagan para atrás. Si te hace poquito atrás, así. Así, no así. No que te hagas guango de aquí, güey. No es como hacer esto, que te están haciendo así. No te muevas, dale fuerte, ponte fuerte. Ya si te estoy canchando, me estás canchando mucho, más haces un pasito para atrás, güey. Okay. Ahí, pero fuerte. Así. Así, pero no así.
Likewise, Crawford's camp is also a close-knit group. Brian McIntyre is the strategist. Communication is constant and input shapes each day's modifications. The team watches his condition to avoid overtraining while pushing him to his limits. Every member understands their job, which fosters a balanced climate of trust and accountability. This unity allows Crawford to concentrate only on preparation, knowing that his team will have the optimal strategy ready when fight night comes.
We know the type of fighter Canelo is. So, as a fighter, you mentally prepare for things like that. And then as a trainer, just making sure he's sharp. His mental game is sharp, his physical game is sharp. Strength-wise, nutrition is everything. Got to, like I said, hitting on all cylinders. So by the time you step in that ring, it's easy picking.
Moreover, he spends time researching his opponent's style, noting his advantages, disadvantages, and potential openings. As part of his preparation, Canelo also trains his mind to remain calm under duress, because he knows that the battle may contain unexpected and dramatic moments. He places a strong emphasis on timing, accuracy, and flexibility throughout the fight, whether a technical strategy or a more forceful exchange is needed. Furthermore, Crawford hits the punching bag with focus. Each punch is strong and under control. While hitting, he's thinking about timing, power, and how he moves. He moves around the bag like it's a real person, staying quick on his feet. His eyes stay on the bag, and he breathes calmly. This part of training keeps him ready and strong. He's building rhythm, focus, and strength with every punch. So don't be surprised if your fighter is dominated by the opponent in the ring on September 13th, because both fighters are preparing for their absolute best. As we've seen in their training, no one is ready to give up an inch. Canelo wants to further cement his place in the boxing world, adding another statement win to his legacy. Crawford, on the other hand, is aiming for a victory that could carry his career to new heights. Both camps are locked in, pushing limits daily, knowing that only one will emerge as the night's undisputed champion. While we head towards sparring sessions, Canelo carefully plans his sparring to account for Crawford's unpredictable nature. Partners are picked to mimic his range, countering skills and posture changes. Cutting off the ring, exerting constant pressure, and figuring out how to go inside without taking clean shots are the key objectives of sessions. He works on stepping forward, rolling under hooks, and using combinations to counter. Reynoso provides tactical adjustments after analyzing each round. Canelo tests patience by remaining calm throughout sparring until the ideal moment presents itself. He anticipates seeing and figuring out Crawford's style in the gym by fight night. Besides, sparring days are when everything comes together. Crawford gets in the ring with full focus, treating each round like it's a real fight. He practices his movement, timing, and defense. He doesn't throw punches for no reason. He thinks before he hits, watches his partner, and changes things as needed. He stays serious but calm. It's all about learning, getting better, and staying sharp along with a purpose of winning. Sparring helps him feel what a real fight is like, just without the crowd and lights. Furthermore, Amir Khan, who has faced both fighters, recently shared his thoughts on this matchup. He said that both are extremely good fighters, with Canelo being an experienced veteran and Crawford a relentless pressure fighter. Both have the ability to win, and ultimately, anyone could come out on top on fight night. However, Khan noted that Canelo's experience against bigger opponents in the ring could give him an important advantage when the two finally meet.
It's a hard fight to call, honestly, because it just depends what type of fighters show up on the night. I fought both guys. When I fought them at the peak of their careers. The same Canelo gonna fight Crawford, is that gonna be the same Canelo I fought? And with Crawford, we know he turns it up anyway. I think that looking at both fighters, I think Canelo has had more harder fights, going up and down the weight divisions. I think he's been in more wars than Crawford. I think Crawford is the fresher fighter, who's been in less wars, but
He further mentioned that the game plan for both fighters should be simple and focus on utilizing every moment, even the smallest, during the bout, as if one fighter falls short, the other will seize the opportunity. Highlighting the value of every second and move in the ring, Khan noted that getting hurt is a real possibility for both fighters because even a small mistake can cost them the fight. He emphasized that complete focus and discipline from start to finish will be crucial in determining who emerges victorious.
you're 100% right there, Sean, because you know what? It's all about timing this. And I think this is at the highest level where every inch is going to make a difference. You know what I mean? Every millisecond, you know what I mean, is going to make a massive difference, because if you fall short with a punch, you only get caught. If you put your defense down and probably just relax or turn off in that ring, you can get hurt.
Yeah.
And you can get that. It could just take that one punch that changes the whole fight around.
Moving forward, Brandon Adams, who sparred with Dimitri Bivol during his preparation for Canelo Alvarez, also shared his thoughts on this mega fight. He said that this bout is going to be a massive challenge for Terence, as Canelo's size is too much for a newcomer at 168. Crawford would have to do something extraordinary to come out on top, relying on his skills and well-crafted game plans to overcome the size and power difference in this highly anticipated showdown.
As honest as I can be, this is going to be a huge mountain that Terence is going to have to move. Huge mountain. Reason why is because not only is Canelo the bigger man, he's a bigger man that's actually not bigger in height. No, he's just bigger just in width and depth. And that's what's going to be one of the, it's going to be something that works for Terence, but at the same time, it's going to work against Terence.
He further advised Terence Crawford to prepare well for this clash, stressing that he should be ready to withstand Canelo's shots. He explained that the punches Canelo will land in the ring are going to be extremely explosive. He should prioritize his strength and conditioning, training to match the level of his beast-like opponent. He also emphasized that Crawford needs to endure tough moments in training camp so that powerful shots won't cause much trouble for him when they actually meet in the ring.
Man, it's going to be real tough because Canelo is naturally much bigger than he is. Naturally been pushing more weight. Terence is strong and he's, got a wrestling background, but a guy punching with that kind of punching power, hitting at his arms with small gloves, because that's what Canelo's going to do most of. He's going to be hitting his shoulders, hitting his arms, and that's what Terence is going to have to train and prepare for. He's going to have to train and prepare for allowing his arms to get hit and get, build that conditioning up. And not allowing that to affect him.
In short, the boxing community is buzzing with excitement for this highly anticipated battle. Fans are counting down the days, closely following every update about the fight. They're also listening to the pros, analyzing their takes on how each fighter will hold up on fight night. From top boxing analysts to local fans, everyone has their own pick, backed by strong arguments. Canelo supporters want him to overwhelm Crawford with his size and power, while Crawford's fans hope he can disrupt Canelo's rhythm using his own speed and sharp movement. In the end, we'd love to hear your thoughts too. Who, according to you, is looking stronger in their camp, and who do you believe will come out on top on September 13th? Do you see Canelo's power and experience carrying the night, or Crawford's speed and adaptability stealing the show? Drop your predictions in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe because your support means a lot to us. Stay tuned right here for more updates as Fight Night approaches.